children, ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ carboxylic acids ਦੀ properties ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ। They are one of the large family of organic substances widely distributed in nature and characterized by the presence of one or more carboxyl groups. These groups typically yield protons in aqueous solution. ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ discuss ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। Reactions involving hydrogen ion of carboxylic acids, reactions involving OH part of carboxyl group, reactions involving carboxyl group, reactions involving alkyl group of carboxylic acids। ਚਲੋ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਅਜਿਹੇ reactions ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੋ carboxylic acids ਦੇ acidic character ਨੂੰ ਦਰਸਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ। Reactions involving hydrogen ion of carboxylic acids. In these reactions, the oxygen bond hydrogen of carboxyl group breaks to release hydrogen ion. Carboxylic acids react with more reactive metals such as sodium, calcium and magnesium to produce their salt and hydrogen.
Magnesium reacts with acetic acid to produce a colorless solution of magnesium acetate and hydrogen is given off. Calcium reacts with acetic acid to produce a colorless solution of calcium acetate and hydrogen is given off. Benzoic acid reacts with magnesium to form magnesium benzoate and hydrogen.
Next is the reaction of acids with alkalis. We will first learn about the reaction with carbonates and bicarbonates. With aqueous solutions of metal carbonates or bicarbonates, carboxylic acids react to evolve carbon dioxide gas, which is accompanied by brisk effervescence.
Let us have a look at the equations on the screen. Acetic acid reacts with sodium carbonate to form sodium acetate, water and carbon dioxide. Benzoic acid reacts with sodium bicarbonate to form sodium benzoate, water and carbon dioxide. With hydroxides, carboxylic acids react to form salt and water. This reaction is called neutralization reaction. Acetic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium acetate and water. Students, now we will discuss reaction of acid with diazomethane. Acids react with diazomethane to form esters. You see on the screen that propanoic acid reacts with diazomethane to form methyl propionate. Benzoic acid reacts with diazomethane to form methyl benzoate. Organometallic compounds such as alkyl lithium reacts with acid to form alkane and ketones. Let us take an example. Propionic acid reacts with methyl lithium in presence of ether to form methane and an addition compound which upon hydrolysis gives unstable compound which loses a water molecule to form butanone.
ਚਲੋ ਹੁਣ ਦੂਜੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ COOH ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦਾ OH ਪਾਰਟ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। Reactions involving OH part of carboxyl group. Carboxylic acids undergo these types of reactions and produce derivatives of the acid. The most common derivatives formed are esters, acid halides, acid anhydrides and amides. We will discuss their formation one by one. The first one we will take is the ester formation. Esters are formed by the reaction of carboxylic acids with alcohols in the presence of an acid catalyst, and they have a general structure formula as shown on the screen. The simplest method of preparation of esters is the Fischer method. Acetic acid reacts with ethyl alcohol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form ethyl acetate. The reaction exists in the equilibrium condition and does not go to completion unless a product is removed as fast as it forms. चलो हुण कार्बोकटायन मैकेनिज्म दे जरिए फिशर esterification मैकेनिज्म बारे डिस्कस करिए। इस मैकेनिज्म विच एक अल्कोहल ਨੂੰ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਵਿਖਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਸਟੈਪਸ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड विच ऐड किया जाता है।
In the first step, a proton from the protonic acid attacks the carbonyl oxygen of the acetic acid. In the second step, the electron-rich oxygen atom of the ethyl alcohol attaches itself at positively charged carbon atom. In the step 3, from the resulting intermediates, a proton shifts to the hydroxyl group shown on the screen. In the fourth step, the intermediate obtained in step 3 loses a water molecule to form a carbocation. The carbocation loses a proton to form an ester. Second acid derivative which can be formed from an acid is acid halide. Carboxylic acids react with phosphorus trichloride, that is PCl3, phosphorus pentachloride, that is PCl5, thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2, and phosphorus tribromide, that is PBr3, to form acyl halides. Benzoic acid reacts with phosphorus trichloride to form benzoyl chloride and orthophosphorus acid. Similarly, benzoic acid reacts with phosphorus pentachloride to form benzoyl chloride, phosphoryl chloride, and hydrochloric acid. Benzoic acid reacts with thionyl chloride to form benzoyl chloride, sulfur dioxide, and hydrochloric acid. Benzoic acid reacts with phosphorus tribromide to form benzoyl bromide and orthophosphorus acid. Children, let us now discuss acid amide formation by the reaction of acid with ammonia. Benzoic acid reacts with ammonia to form ammonium benzoate, which on being heated forms benzamide with the elimination of water. Formation of acetic anhydride. Two molecules of acetic acid, when heated with dehydrating agent phosphorus pentaoxide, form acetic anhydride and water. Two molecules of benzoic acid, when heated with phosphorus pentaoxide, form benzoic anhydride and water. Acid anhydride can be prepared by reacting sodium salt of acid with acid chloride. Sodium acetate reacts with acetyl chloride to form acetic anhydride and sodium chloride.
Children, चलो ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ reactions involving carboxyl group ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Let us learn about decarboxylation reaction. Decarboxylation is the loss of the acid functional group as carbon dioxide from some salts of carboxylic acid. The reaction product is usually a halo compound or an aliphatic or aromatic hydrocarbon.
Sodium benzoate, upon heating with soda lime, is converted to benzene. Sodium acetate is heated with soda lime, methane gas, and sodium carbonate are formed.
Children, acids with electron withdrawing groups are more easily decarboxylated. For example, decarboxylation of beta keto acids. Carboxylic acids with an electron withdrawing group such as carbonyl group or COOH group at the beta position with respect to COOH group readily undergo decarboxylation on heating.
2-oxobutanoic acid having keto group at beta position with respect to COOH group upon heating readily undergo decarboxylation to form propanone and carbon dioxide. Malonic acid having COOH group at beta position with respect to COOH group upon heating readily undergoes decarboxylation and forms acetic acid and carbon dioxide. When an aqueous solution of sodium or potassium salt of a monocarboxylic acid is electrolyzed, an alkane is obtained. This reaction is called as Kolbe's electrolysis. When aqueous solution of potassium acetate is electrolyzed, ethane and carbon dioxide are obtained at anode and potassium hydroxide and hydrogen are obtained at cathode. Let us take another example. When an aqueous solution of potassium succinate is electrolyzed, ethene, carbon dioxide, potassium hydroxide and hydrogen are formed. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ Hunsdaker reaction ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ. The monopositive silver salts of carboxylic acids react with halogens in presence of dry carbon tetrachloride to yield alkyl halides along with silver bromide and carbon dioxide. Acids undergo Schmidt reaction to form primary amine. In this reaction, carboxylic acid is treated with hydrazoic acid in presence of concentrated acid to form primary amine, carbon dioxide and nitrogen.
Children, when calcium salt of a carboxylic acid or a mixture of calcium salts of two acids are distilled, aldehydes and ketones are formed as the products. चलो as an example देखते हैं.
Calcium formate is distilled to form formaldehyde and calcium carbonate as shown on the screen. Action of heat on ammonium salt of the acid. When ammonium salt of the acid is heated, acid amide is formed. Ammonium acetate on being heated forms acetamide and water. Ammonium benzoate on being heated forms benzamide and water. In case A dehydrating agent such as phosphorus pentaoxide is present along with ammonium salt of the acid, then cyanides are formed. For example, ammonium acetate, when heated in the presence of phosphorus pentaoxide, forms methyl cyanide and water. Ammonium benzoate, on being heated with phosphorus pentaoxide, forms phenyl cyanide and water. Reactions involving alkyl groups of carboxylic acids बारे पढ़दे ਹਾਂ। ਪਹਿਲਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਲੋਜੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਐਲੀਫੈਟਿਕ ਐਸਿਡਸ ਹੈਲ-ਵੋਲਾਰਡ-ਜ਼ੈਲਿੰਸਕੀ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ। In the presence of red phosphorus, aliphatic carboxylic acids with one or more alpha hydrogen react smoothly with chlorine or bromine to form a substituted halogen derivative. Acetic acid reacts with chlorine in the presence of red phosphorus to form alpha trichloroacetic acid by the substitution of all three hydrogens of acetic acid with chlorine atoms. The function of phosphorus is ultimately to convert a little of the acid into acid halide.
Reduction of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acid is reduced with lithium aluminium hydride in presence of ether to form primary alcohol and water. R here is hydrogen or alkyl group. Let us take an example. Ethanoic acid reacts with lithium aluminium hydride and forms ethyl alcohol and water as shown on the screen. Students, next we will discuss the substitution reactions of benzene ring in aromatic acids. Aromatic acids such as benzoic acid give the substitution reaction of the benzene ring such as halogenation, nitration and sulfonation. The carboxyl group present in the ring decreases the electron density at ortho and para positions due to conjugation. Meta position becomes center of high electron density. Therefore, the electrophilic substitution takes place at meta position. First, we will discuss nitration of benzoic acid. Benzoic acid reacts with nitrating mixture of nitric acid and sulfuric acid to form 3-nitrobenzoic acid. Water is also formed as a byproduct. Let us take up the next reaction, sulfonation of benzoic acid. Benzoic acid reacts with fuming sulfuric acid to form 3-carboxybenzene sulfonic acid. Carboxylic acid and sulfonic acid are in the meta position. Water is formed as a byproduct. Next reaction is chlorination of benzoic acid. Benzoic acid reacts with chlorine in presence of ferric chloride to form 3-chlorobenzoic acid. Chlorine and carboxylic acid are in the meta position. Hydrochloric acid is also formed during the reaction.
Students, now we will study some conversions. Convert acetic acid to glycine. Acetic acid reacts with chlorine in presence of red phosphorus to form alpha chloroacetic acid. One molecule of hydrochloric acid is also formed. Alpha chloroacetic acid reacts with alcoholic ammonia to form glycine. Let us now learn about conversion of benzyl alcohol to phenyl ethanoic acid. Benzyl alcohol reacts with hydrogen bromide to form benzyl bromide, which in presence of potassium cyanide forms benzyl cyanide. Benzyl cyanide on hydrolysis in presence of acidic medium forms phenyl ethanoic acid. We will next learn about conversion of benzoic acid to benzaldehyde. Benzoic acid reacts with phosphorus pentachloride to form benzoyl chloride. Then benzoyl chloride formed is reduced with hydrogen in presence of palladium and barium sulfate to form benzaldehyde. And now we will learn about conversion of acetaldehyde to alpha hydroxy propionic acid. Acetaldehyde reacts with hydrogen cyanide to form acetaldehyde cyanohydrine, which on hydrolysis in presence of acid forms alpha hydroxy propionic acid. Children, now we will learn to convert acetic acid into formic acid and vice versa. Students, first we will convert acetic acid into formic acid. You see on the screen that acetic acid reacts with hydrazoic acid in the presence of acid to form methylamine, which reacts with nitrous acid to form methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol on oxidation forms formic acid. Now students, look on the screen at how formic acid can be converted into acetic acid. Formic acid reacts with lithium aluminum hydride to form methanol, which reacts with phosphorus pentachloride and potassium cyanide to form methyl cyanide. Methyl cyanide on acid hydrolysis forms acetic acid. The next conversion is convert propionic acid to acetic acid, and the answer is propionic acid on heating with ammonia loses one molecule of water to form propionamide, which reacts with bromine and potassium hydroxide to form ethylamine. The ethylamine formed reacts with nitrous acid so that nitrogen and water are lost and ethyl alcohol is formed. Ethyl alcohol on oxidation forms acetaldehyde, which on further oxidation forms acetic acid.
Dear children, today we have learnt about the chemical properties of carboxylic acids. We first learnt about the reactions involving hydrogen ion of acid in which the O bond H of the carboxyl group breaks to release hydrogen ion. Acid reacts with highly reactive metals such as sodium, alkalis such as sodium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate to form salt, and acids react with diazomethane to form ester. Secondly, we learnt about reactions involving OH part of carboxyl group forming a number of products called acid derivatives. Carboxylic acids undergo reactions involving OH part of carboxyl group produce derivatives of the acid such as esters by simple methods such as Fischer method. We also learnt the acid derivative acid halide which could be formed by the reaction of acid with phosphorus pentachloride, with phosphorus trichloride, thionyl chloride. Acid amides are formed by the reaction of acid with ammonia. Next in the series was reaction involving carboxylic acid group, in which we studied about decarboxylation reaction. Sodium salt of monocarboxylic acids such as sodium acetate upon heating with soda lime forms methane. And also learnt about decarboxylation of beta keto acids. And Kolbe's electrolysis. Reduction of carboxylic acids. The substitution reactions of benzene ring in aromatic acids such as halogenation, nitration and sulfonation of benzoic acid. ਬੱਚਿਓ ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋਈ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਨੂੰ ਪਰਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। My first question is, how will you convert acetic acid to methylamine? And the answer is, acetic acid reacts with ammonia to form ammonium acetate, which upon heating loses a molecule of water to form acetamide. The acetamide so formed reacts with bromine and potassium hydroxide to form methylamine. And now the second question is, complete the reaction shown on the screen. And the answer is, acetic acid reacts with phosphorus pentachloride to form acetyl chloride, phosphorus oxychloride and hydrochloric acid. And now the third question is, give chemical reaction for the Fischer esterification reaction. And the answer is, ethanoic acid reacts with ethanol in presence of sulfuric acid to form ethyl ethanoate and water. And now one more question, how will you convert benzoic acid to benzamide? And the answer is, benzoic acid reacts with ammonia to form ammonium benzoate, which on being heated forms benzamide. And the next question is, carboxylic acids do not give the characteristic reactions of carbonyl group. Explain. And the answer is, the carbonyl group in carboxylic acid is not a free group as in aldehydes and ketones. It is involved in resonance. Therefore, carboxylic acids fail to give the characteristic reactions of carbonyl group as are given by aldehydes and ketones. My next question is, formic acid reduces Tollens reagent while other carboxylic acids do not. Justify. And the answer is, formic acid has an aldehydic group in addition to carboxyl group, that is COOH group. Therefore, it is expected to behave as reducing agent also and reduces Tollens reagent to form a shining mirror. In the reaction shown on the screen, you will find that formic acid reacts with Tollens reagent to form a silver mirror along with water, carbon dioxide and ammonia. My next question is, peroxyacetic acid is a weaker acid than acetic acid. Explain. And the answer is, acetate ion is more stable than peroxyacetate ion because of conjugation which is absent in the letter. This means that acetic acid is a stronger acid than peroxyacetic acid. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਲੈਸਨ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇਣ ਲਈ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਅਗਲੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ।